Are you tired of getting confused when you're playing cribbage on how exactly you're supposed to count runs or what rounds count for what or how any of that works? I get it. One of the hardest parts about cribbage for some people when they start is counting the points, and runs can be really tricky. It's one of the ways most people miss points and lose games. I don't want that to happen to you. So today we're walking through every single type and pattern of run and how to count it for you. So let's get started. The first type of run is called the single run. A single run is when you have consecutive cards and you get as many points as there are in that single run. So if you have a single run of 3, ace, 2, 3, consecutive cards, you get 1, 2, 3 points. Easy, right? You can have a single run of 4 if you have 4 in the run. Ace, 2, 3, 4. This would be worth. You can have a single run of 5 if you get the cut card, and the cut card fits within these other 4. So in this case, if the 5 or any of these really were the cut card, you could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. Can you have a single run of 6? No, you can't have 6 cards. At least not normal cribbage anyway. Now, I do want to make special note here that the aces in cribbage are always low. They're always 1. So the ace can only make a run with a 2 and a 3. And the kings are always high. They can only make a run with a jack and a queen. Okay, you can't have king ace 2 or queen king ace or anything like that. It has to be in that end or the other or anywhere in the middle. But keep that in mind because a lot of people won't do that. Now, in pegging, you can also get single runs and you get as many points as are in that run. And in pegging, they don't have to be in the right order. So let's say, for example, you lead an ace, all right? Then the opponent, or let's say you're the non-dealer, you lead an ace, and then the dealer, the opponent, leads a 3, okay? So now we have ace 3. If you play a 2, aha, you get a run. Even though it's ace 3, 2, they are consecutive, so you would get a run for 3. But if they come back with another ace, then they have ace 2, 3. Or if they come back with a 4, then they have 1, 2, 3, 4. They would get 4 points for that one. So you got to be careful. Pegging is one of the ways, pegging runs properly and keeping track of all that are one of the best ways to get points in pegging. It's really awesome. Now, I also want to note this, that when you reach 31 or go and you start counting over in pegging, the runs don't carry over. So if the last card played was a 2 and then someone comes back with a 3, 4 after you start back at 0, you can't make a run with that 2. It's gone. It's past. It doesn't matter. Okay? Now, those are single runs. Single runs are the building blocks of all the other types of runs. Now, these other types of runs are counted just like single runs and pairs, but if you learn to recognize the patterns, you can count them faster, you can look at your hands, and you can discard faster. So the next type of run we're going to cover is the double run. A double run is a group of single runs, but one of your cards is paired. So in this example, I have ace, ace, 2, 3. And an ace, ace, 2, 3 is a double run. I know without counting it that this is worth 8 points as a double run. Now, this does not include any 15s. So if you have double runs somewhere in the middle, like a 4, 4, 5, 6, you'd have some 15s in there. So don't forget about those. But as far as the runs themselves, a double run is worth 8 points because I have ace 2, 3. That's a run for 3. Now, if I get rid of this ace, I have another one. Ace 2, 3. That's 3 more for 6. And a pair for 8. So anytime I see this pattern, it could be the ace paired or the 2 or the 3, any of these, I know it's 8 because double runs are always worth 8. The next type of run is kind of like, it's like a double run of 4. It's as if you had a double run in any combination, but then you had a cut card or something or a 5th card somewhere that added. So now you have 2 single runs of 4 and a pair. 2 single runs of 4, 4 plus 4, and a pair is 2. So that's 10. A double run of 4 is 10. Here, I'll count it out slower for you. So looking at this ace, I go 1, 2, 3, 4. Get him out of here. 5, 6, 7, 8. and a pair is 10. So if you have a double run of 4, you just have 10, unless there's 15s. But the double run of 4 part itself is worth 10. Okay? Can you have a double run of 5? No, because that would mean you had 5 cards, and then also one of them is paired. That doesn't work. You can only have 5 cards, 4 in your hand or crib, plus the cut or starter card. Okay? So if someone tries to tell you they have a double run of 5, don't listen to them. They don't know what they're talking about. Okay? The next type of run is called the triple run. A triple run is a single run, but one of the cards has 3 of a kind or trips or a royal pair. So if I'm continuing with this normal example, I've got an ace, ace, ace. This would be the triple, and a 2, 3. So basically, I know that this is 15. How do I know that? It's 3 single runs. So 3, 3, 3 is 9. And then I have a royal pair or 3 of a kind, which is worth 6. Okay? So let's walk this one out. Okay? Starting with this ace. I have 1, 2, 3. Take this away. 4, 5, 6. Take this away. 7, 8, 9. Bring my aces back. 9 and a royal pair for is 6, plus 6 plus 9 is 15. If you want to learn more about royal pairs and how pairs all work, there's going to be a link that pops up with that I thing. I'll try to put it in the description too. I go into detail about how to count royal pairs, okay? So 15, a triple run is always worth 15. That's a single run, but you have 3 of a kind somewhere. Notice this is 5 cards, so you're going to have your cut card or starter card included somewhere in this. It doesn't have to be the ace. It can be any of these that make it fit. But this is the pattern to look for. Doesn't matter if it's 10, 10, 10, Jack, Queen, or 5, 5, 5, 6, 7. That'd be a good one too, because then you'd have some 15s in there as well. All right? Doesn't matter. Now, the last type of run that you should be aware of is called the double-double. No, I'm not talking about Tim Hortons coffee, which is what my dad gets all the time. Not talking about that. I'm talking about a single run where you have 2 pairs. So in this example, I have a pair of aces and a pair of 2s. And now a double-double run, I happen to know, is worth 16. Okay? How do we count that? Well, basically, we're looking at 4 single runs, and then we have 2 pairs for 4 more. So 4 single runs, 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 4 points for the pairs are 6. This one is the most missed counting wise. People always forget something. So let's walk through it together, okay? So I'm going to hide this ace down here. I have, a double run. And if I swap it back, I have another double run. What were double runs worth again? 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. That's another way to think about it. But let's count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Swap the aces. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A pair for 14 and a pair for 16. If that was too fast for you, you can either trust me, practice it yourself, or rewatch the video and slow it down. Okay? And so just like the triple run, the double-double run has to have 5 cards, meaning you're only going to get that with the cut card, okay? But recognizing those run patterns are going to help you not miss points. They're going to help you look at your hands faster and find the better discards. And it'll just, I don't know, it just makes the game faster and more fun because you're not so frustrated with counting. And they're pretty common, all of them, especially the double runs. So be on the lookout for those runs like that. Now, one last thing, please do not try to count a double run or a double-double or a triple run or a double run of 4, any of those like combinations with the pairs. They don't work in pegging. Only single runs will count in pegging, okay? But single runs and the pegging are out of order, so that's just, it can be confusing. And please don't also forget to count your 15s or to count your flushes and your knobs and stuff like that, and all those different things. So counting those runs are going to be really important. And like I mentioned before, you need to also know about the pairs and how the pairs work. So to help you out with that, I do have this video on royal pairs and all the types of pairs to look for. So please watch that if you want to get better, and keep on playing.